So hi guys, my name is Nachiketa and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to discuss stemming and lemmatization. This is a continuation from the previous video on natural language processing, so do watch that if you haven't seen yet. Also, I regularly make videos on data science and artificial intelligence related topics, so do consider subscribing to this channel. So yeah, let's get started. In the last video, we discussed dimensionality reduction. If you haven't seen that video, do watch that. I'm just gonna give you a gist of that. In natural language processing, you want machines to understand words. For that, you convert those words into some numbers. The goal is to keep these numbers as small as possible, just to reduce time complexity. You do not want to have words in a sentence which do not have any direct result on its meaning. Dimensionality reduction in natural language processing basically refers to reducing the number of words. So you can cut down the number of words and make it easier for your model to train on. Now we had discussed these three techniques in the last video. You can watch that video, but in this video it's more about stemming and lemmatization. And let me tell you what these two are. This is a very easy concept, yet it's highly misunderstood. And as I said, we want to reduce the number of words. So look at these three words: jump, jumping, and jumped. All three mean the same, and there's no reason why these words should be represented by different numbers, right? So what stemming and lemmatization are gonna do is reduce these words into their base form. For any word, both stemming and lemmatization aim at removing the suffix and reducing it to a base form that you can use. So jump, jumping, and jumped would be converted into jump, right? So both stemming and lemmatization do the same thing. The root word is called stem in stemming, and it's called as lemma in lemmatization. So what is the difference? The difference is very easy to understand. Stemming will cut down to the base word, and the problem is that this base word may not always make sense. For example, the word computing, if you do a stemming operation, you will get the result compute, right? And this word does not make any sense, right? This is no real English word. So it simply removed the suffix ing and got this word. If you give the same word into lemmatization, it's gonna convert that into something which actually makes sense. So it converted computing into cumpute, which is the real English word. So that's the only difference between stemming and lemmatization. Both of them reduce a word into its base word. Stemming will sometimes give you words that do not have any meaning. Lemmatization will always give you words that are real English words. Now, based on this only, you might think stemming is stupid and we should always use lemmatization. That's not the case. Because of the very fact that lemmatization is always going to give you a real English word, this process is slow, right? It takes a lot more time than stemming operation. So when the meaning of a word is very, very critical, then you would go for a lemmatization approach, and it's most commonly used in chatbots, right? In chatbots, you cannot take the risk that the bot returns a word to the user which does not make sense. Stemming, on the other hand, can be used where the meaning is not that critical, but time is very important. It's used in some cases of sentiment analysis, right? Where even if you get some words which do not have correct meaning, that's fine. You're still able to classify into it positive or negative review, right? So it all depends on the use case, and I'll show you now how to implement this in Python. So as usually, first start off by importing the NLTK library, and we download two particular modules called WordNet and Punkt, which we're gonna need. So let's do the stemming operation first. In NLTK, you have three different libraries for stemming. These three libraries are basically three different versions and use a slightly different approach. I'm pretty sure Snowball is the latest version, and it has the provision for different languages as well. You can see over here it has languages like English, German, French, Portuguese. I'm going to show you how to implement these three modules. So we first start off by simply calling these three modules, which is Lancaster, Porter, and Snowball. In Snowball, you also have to specify the language which we're going to use it for, right? So over here I have a list of words which I've created, right? And I'm going to run all three modules on this, right? So don't get scared by this line. This is basically a way of writing it in a particular format where I have four things: words, Snowball stemmer, Lancaster stemmer, Porter stemmer, which basically serve as the column heading and are going to be separated by the space of 30 units. And basically I'm running a for loop in this list of words. So for each word, I'm going to stem it using all three modules. To stem it, you simply call the function say snowball dot stem and you give it the input. Similarly, Lancaster dot stem and Porter dot stem. On running this is the result you get, right? And you can see some words like hobbies do not make sense. Lancaster was able to do it correctly. So again, I said these differ slightly in their approach. Computer was converted into compute, right? So you can simply pause the video and look at all these words. So in some cases, it does give a correct meaning of the word, like cooling has been converted into cool. But in some cases, it won't convert that into a correct word, right? Like gangster has been converted into gangst. So stemming may sometimes give you words that are not real English words, right? But it's not always the case. So this was for a list of words. If you have a sentence like this, as I've explained in the previous video, you have to first tokenize that, which is basically going to get a list of words. So we do that using NLTK.word_tokenizer. So basically using this for loop, I'm picking each and every word from that token and then stemming it. So all the words are stemmed and will be stored in a variable called stem. And over here, I'm joining all the words using a space. So this is the result you get by the 3 different modules, almost same, slightly differ in some words. So you can see that I was going to my school, going has been converted into go in some cases, and stopped has been converted into stop. And I stopped in between because I wanted to play some football. So wanted has also been converted into want. So stemming is useful in a lot of cases, but sometimes it may give you words that do not have real English meaning. So now let's look at lemmatization, right? For that, we import a module called WordNet Lematizer, right? I'm calling it and I'm storing it in the variable called lemma, right? So let's look at this, right? So it's very simple. You simply do lemma.lemmatize and give it the word that you want to lemmatize on. So for these words, you can see this was the output. As you can see, the words have not changed at all. That is because the lemmatizer function needs a context, right? And basically we have to specify that the word that we're using, is it a verb, is it an adjective, or is it an adverb or a noun, right? We do that using something called as parts of speech, right? Parts of speech is basically indicating context, is indicating something about that word. So as you see, jumping is a verb. So POS is equal to V in this case. So when you write the POS parameter, this is basically called as tagging, because you're tagging each and every word with its correct part of speech, right? So look at the output over here, jumping and jumped. I have written that it is a verb and it has been converted into jump. Computing is also a verb and has been converted into compute, which is a real word. Hottest and better, it is an adjective and has been converted into hot and good. Suitcases and laptops are basically nouns. Okay, this has been incorrectly written as P. So these are nouns. When I run this, yeah, suitcases and laptops have been corrected as suitcase and laptop. If you give the correct part of speech, say suitcases as a verb, you will not get a correct result. You still got suitcases. See, so you have to give the context, and lemmatization will always give you a correct English word. Now you may see a drawback that we had to manually write the part of speech, right? We had to manually give context. We cannot do this in a very big document, right? That's correct. For that, there is a provision which enables you to do automatic tagging basically, but I'm going to cover that in a different video. So that was it for this video, stemming and lemmatization. Hope the difference is very clear. Stemming and lemmatization both reduce a word to its base form. Lemmatization will always give you a real word. Stemming may not give you a real English word. Because of this, stemming is faster, lemmatization is slower. So that was it, and if you did like this video, do like this video and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, thank you for watching.